Hey lovelies, it's Heather. Dang. I'm just going to make this kind of short, I do believe, because I just want to ask a question. I want to ask how many people have good, just good things or things coming back their way whenever they're very generous. Has being generous helped you? Has giving things away for free helped you in any way, shape, or form? Because in all honesty, in my life, every time I've gave anything away for free, it ain't been good. Anytime I give my trust, my feelings, my heart, my love, whatever you want to say, for as far as just stuff like that, but especially trust, because I give my trust more frequent than I do anything else, because every time I meet somebody new, I'm trying to trust them. I try to be open, but for as far as like material possessions and just handing things over and being like, oh, you need this, here you go, well, you know what, you can have mine, take it, and stuff like that. Just stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, because I come from a family that, like, is so fucked up. Like, my mom, when I went and spent the night since I moved out when I was 19, 20, I was somewhere around in there. Yeah, but whenever I moved out when I was, like, 20, and even as a kid and stuff, like, climbing into her bed, big no-no, had to sleep in the floor when I had nightmares. I mean, my family life's just been fucked up, but, it's like, she wouldn't even give me a pillow and a blanket when I went and spent the night and slept on her couch. And I think that it's just easy, it's like a facade to say, well, as long as you give stuff, you're going to get stuff in return. Be very giving, be very kind, material possessions, you got them, give them away. If you're not using them right at that moment, give them away, because they're just collecting dust, even if it's just for a month, or two or whatever. Or even me, for instance, in the fact that I moved out of my apartment just this past month, or at the beginning of this month. And so I've only been here a month. I hadn't even been here a full month yet. And it's like, should I really just give my couch away, even though I still use my couch, even though, I'm just going to have to buy another one if I get rid of this one, even though, just all kinds of stuff like that. And it's like the same, same question kind of comes for as far as dealing with other pieces of large furniture that I have and everything. And in all honesty, it's not something that I'm asking that way you can tell me what to do, because more than likely I done know me, I done know who I am, and I'm more than likely going to keep the stuff unless something hits hard and I have to get rid of it. But I just want to know what everybody else thinks of it. So whenever you see this video, write in the comments below, please, and let me know what you think about being generous and giving and everything. Does it ever turn around and bite you in the ass? Does it always turn around and bite you in the ass like it does me? Because every time I've ever given anything away, usually what happens is it else gets ruined, crushed, broke, destroyed, or they give it away to somebody that, they didn't even appreciate it because it wasn't brand new, it wasn't good enough for them, or daggone, like, I'll be sitting there and, like, literally a week or two later or a month or two later, I'll be looking for it because, I used to remember that it was in my possession, and I kind of have short-term memory loss to a degree. It takes a couple months sometimes for things to fully kind of set in my mind and stuff. And so I'll be, sitting there going to do something. Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't care. I will if I want to. You can fix you whatever you want. I don't care. I've told you that 100 times. You don't have to cook for me just because I'm here. But, sorry. But anyways, has giving stuff away ever benefited you? And what was I fixing to say? Oh, I'll be sitting there and I'll need it. Like, I'll be like, shit. Where's, like, I don't know. Like, it could be anything. It could be as simple as a pair of scissors, and say I got 2 pair in my whole house, and I got one that I keep inside and one that I keep outside, like in a shed or something. And somebody comes over, and they're like, something's frantic or what the hell ever, or some shit or whatever. Or they're just like, hey, do you got a pair of scissors? And they come over, it could be something small like that. And I'd be like, yeah. And they'd go to cut whatever. And as they're doing it, I'd be like, you ain't got a pair of scissors? And, they'd be like, no, ours broke like 2 weeks ago and I hadn't got out to the store to buy another pair. And I'll be like, well, go ahead and take those, And so then I'll be sitting there, and I'll go out to my shed. This is just, this is a fake story. This is not real, but I mean, it's kind of closely happened to me. Very similar. But anyway, so I'll be out in the shed, and I'll go to cut something or what the hell ever, and my scissors ain't out there, and I'm like, where the fuck are my scissors? So I walk around for a goddamn minute, and I'm like, where the fuck are they? And then I'm like, shit. And then I'm like, hell yeah, Heather, damn it, you gave them away. And then I'll be like, shit. And then I'll be like, now I gotta get another pair. And then I'll be like, shit, now I gotta go inside and get these. Damn it. That's the reason I had a pair out here, so I didn't have to run inside every time to get another pair. And then I'll be like, well, they needed a pair, they didn't have any. And I'll be like, it's on me. And then I'd go in and then, like, say my daughter, because she has ADHD, I go to look for those pair of scissors, and we can't find them nowhere. And then come to find out she took them to school and forgot them and left them. And, I mean, just shit like that. That's just the way that it just down the line, and it never turns out good for me anytime I give anything away. And Clarabelle. Una, get back around here. Go play. But, it just never works out good for me. And used to, when I was younger, I used to be like, well, it's because I've always been such a person to serve my family, and put up with their shit, that it's like jump, and I'm always like, how high, And even though I'm not perfect at it, because my dad would be like, you need to feed the dogs. And sometimes, yeah, it'd slip my mind, whenever I was a kid and shit too, just like it has my kid, But usually I'd be like, okay, but he'd get mad because he wanted me to do it that instant, and instead I'd want to do it after I did my homework and ate supper, or whatever. I wanted to develop my own routine. He didn't give me a specific time. He would just say, do this. And I knew he meant within 24 hours, so I figured I got 24 hours to do the shit, and stuff like that and everything. But, anyways, I really want to know, like, if you've ever had any good come out of giving somebody something, especially like a material possession, helping them out, or doing something to benefit them or anything like that, because I myself, unfortunately, have never had any fucking luck with it. And I sit here and I watch these videos and I watch these inspirational things, and then I watch on TV and everybody's like, oh, it's so good to give and all this and everything. And it just always fucking backfires. And then that's even like people giving to me. I don't like people giving to me because that even backfires. People give to me until, I say something or do something, because I'm human, I'm not perfect, and I say something or do something that pisses them off, and then they don't have the coping skills or the communication skills to come and talk to me about it. So instead they run to other people and tell other people and shit, then it gets back to me, and then I'm like, hey, you got a problem with me? Hey, what happened? We need to talk about this or whatever. And so I've learned to not even have the communication skills that I used to. I've turned away from my own skills of communication with people because of other people's reactions, which it ain't never good. It's always very volatile, very hateful, very aggressive, them leaning in, screaming at me, yelling at me, yeah, I got a problem, and stuff like that and shit. And so I've learned to walk away, and now I don't even like saying stuff to people unless I really do care about them and trying to work things out with them and shit. And I feel, like I can step outside of myself and see, oh yeah, our mutual friend told me that you're upset about this. I can see why you would be. Let's talk about it, and let me open your eyes to my perspective and where I was coming from, and then let's just agree to disagree on it. Both apologize. You apologize for going behind my back talking to the mutual friend, even though, yeah, it benefited us in the long run, helped us out. Una, Clarabelle. Una, you're being a troublemaker. Get your ass over here. Go play. But, it's just, I don't know, it's just never worked out. And then even whenever people give stuff to me, usually people will want to give me stuff right out the gate, and I done smell the manipulation whenever it's right out the gate. I mean, I ain't even fucking met them, I barely fucking know them, or I've known them just a little bit, or I barely, I might know them for a month or two, but I don't trust them enough for them to be doing things for me and stuff, and then they start doing all this shit or giving me this shit or what the hell ever, or doing these things or stuff or whatever, and I'm just like, and everything. And then I'm like, stay on your toes, Heather, because shit's going to hit the fan at some point in time, because I done know it's coming. And sure enough, I won't even do nothing. I just sit there and be myself, and they give me this and give me that, and then they don't give me anything anymore, and then I give them this and that, and then that and this, because I'm just a very giving type person, so I end up usually giving more than they've ever given me, if you will. And then I get fed up, and then I'm like, you know what, I ain't giving no more, they hadn't gave no more, we're going to be at a stalemate, so we're going to sit there and rock it, and all of a sudden we're sitting there rocking it, just sitting there chilling in our own, separate spaces, if you will, and everything, and all of a sudden, like, they'll ask me to do something for them, I'll be like, no, I just tell them flat out, I'll be like, no, I ain't helping you with that. No, I ain't doing that for you. No, I don't like you anymore. No, I have a problem with you. We need to talk about stuff. You don't want to talk about stuff. You want to come at me. You want to lean in on me and talk to me a certain way. Or you want to give me ultimatums and be like, you have to do it my way or the highway. And shit like that. Or something about a damn conversation and the way that shit's fucking unfolding. And so all that's fucking going on. And I'm just like, no, I'm done, And then these people go fucking psychotic. They go psychotic. I'm talking like fucking Mike Myers shit, like and I'm just sitting there like, and you want to kill me? Why? Because I did this for you. Hey, I didn't fucking ask you to. I don't recall asking you to. You offered. And then you not only offered, you said, I insist on doing this for you. I insist on being nice to you. I insist upon it. I insist. Let me be nice to you. Let me help you out. And then I'll finally sit there after I debate it for a little bit, and I'm like, well, I guess, yeah, I reckon, yeah, I'll try. And then I'll be damned, you still fucking get mad at me. Are you fucking kidding me? So, like I said, it's never benefited me for as far as helping people out and giving shit over to people, material possessions or anything. So you might as well kind of say that I'm pretty fucking stingy to a degree. My sister got mad at me one damn time. 'Cause we, what was it? We went to, like, the fair or whatever, and, like, her boyfriend won us, both stuffed animals. It was the first stuffed animal anybody ever won me except for my dad. And I thought of him as my brother at that point in time. That was before he touched me, groped me one damn day, and then hit on me, and then got jealous because I finally got a boyfriend. Then got mad because my boyfriend was probably about the same age as him. And then had to give me hell and be like, that's disgusting that y'all are together, and all kinds of shit. But anyways, that's before all that crap. I swear, I'm so fucking detailed. I'm so fucking southern. It's pathetic. But, Any fucking ways. So I kept it, and she got rid of hers, and she was getting rid of hers, and she was packing it up to be gotten rid of, and she was mad at my mom at the time. My mom was like, "Here, put some stuff in here, to get rid of and give away." And so I gave away some stuff, but I didn't give that away, and it was like one of the only stuffed animals at the time that I had in my room, and it might have been her being just jealous or something too, because it came from her boyfriend or something. I don't know. My mind was too little. I was like 12 at the time. I wasn't thinking about shit like that. But anyways, so dang on. I just, I was like, Brandy, that's my sister's name. I was like, Brandy, tell me what to do. What do you think I should do? And she's like, well, it's up to you, but since you're getting rid of all your stuffed animals except for that one, I don't see why you're not getting rid of that one. I would get rid of that one too if I was you, because, there's a little kid out there that could maybe play with that and have fun with it and da-da-da-da-da and all this and everything. And here you are keeping it, and I'm not even keeping mine. Look at me. See, I'm not keeping anything of mine, and she was just mad, throwing all her shit in a bag and everything. And then she teased me, like, for keeping it or whatever. And, like, I felt so bad, and I still have it to this day. Another thing, too, is it's my favorite color. It's green, But, anyways, I still have it to this damn day. And, like, supposedly, like, that's supposedly horrible, stingy of me or something, But I don't own every fucking toy that I've ever had in my life. I don't own every piece of clothing I've ever had in my life. I don't even own all of my daughter's and like all of her toys to a degree. I mean, yeah, I actually kind of do, but there has been shit that has been thrown away, has been lost, and stuff like that or whatever. But that's also because that's my kid, and I was planning on having way more children, than what I've had. I've only had one kid, but it's like I'm trying to build my life up, I'm not trying to build it down. And even though material possessions do not build a life, they do help with kind of establishing a life, I guess, You establish yourself, you have what you need, and I don't need, like, literally, like, legit. If I have a kid, I don't need, if I have a girl, I don't need nothing except for diapers. I really don't need hardly anything. But, and then, like, I don't have any friends that have ran out and got pregnant, But I have friends that their friends have ran out and got pregnant and had a kid and stuff. And I've had a few people that, I kind of know through work and stuff have kids and things like that over the years. And I sit there and I'm always on the fence about what to do. I'm like, should I buy them something? Should I give them something? And then I think, like I said, every time I've given anybody anything, especially, since it's been used, and everything, it gets trashed. They treat it like shit, It don't even matter if it's in, great condition or whatever, and everything like that. And it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to pay attention to that. But I can't help but pay attention to that when I valued it and they don't. And that's the thing about material possessions and my material possessions that I own, is if I can value them over somebody else valuing them, then why the fuck would I just give them away? That's almost like with my damn kid. I'm going to value my kid over basically any human being on the face of the planet. And why would I just, give my daughter away to somebody that's not going to value her at all, even though that's technically kind of what the fuck happened when my parents taken temporary custody. But I didn't sign her over. I didn't, call them up all calm and not, in a rage, because I was just upset, or not a rage, but just irritated. I was so fed up. I was like, come get her, But I didn't like call them and say, come get her and take her and you can raise her. I never said anything like that. Why the hell would I do that? Why the hell am I going to give something that I value more, whether it is a living, breathing being, just like my dogs? Why am I going to give them away to somebody that's going to chain them up outside? Why would I do that? So why am I going to give, an old Barbie doll of mine that, like, has nothing wrong with it, except for it's old? Why am I going to give it away to a kid that's going to pop its head off and ride on its face and chew on its feet? Why am I going to do that? Why would I do that? I don't understand doing that. And then I'm poor. I'm not one of these rich people. Like, I don't have money. I don't make money like that. Now, my family, like, literally, out of my whole family, I'm probably the poorest damn person out of my family. Just because I am. Just because the dynamics, the psychology, all that shit, the way my life is unfolded and everything. Like, and then concluding I'm out of work and I have like $30. I found out I have $30 to my name. And even though that's richer than some people, it's pretty close to fucking poor, I'm living with my grandmother. I'm not paying here, paying to live here. She bought my dogs dog food this past month. I mean, I'm broke. And I've lived poor like this my whole fucking life, and I'm 30 years old, and I tried not to, and I had my own apartment, and all I needed was a license and a car, but everything fucking fell apart, devastated the shit out of me emotionally, tore me up when my fucking kid got taken from me by my parents. But I really do wonder, like, how the hell everybody else gets on with supposedly giving stuff away. And then I feel like it's people that are high up that they go out and they buy 30 brand name purses, like every, I don't know, let's say they buy 10 purses every 2 months. So every month they buy 5 purses, and they buy brand name or close to brand name. And when they buy them, they're new. They don't have to buy secondhand and shit like that. What about these people that have to buy secondhand like me? What about these people? I mean, I'm sitting here wearing a fucking shirt that ain't even mine, that was like my sister's from school. Or no, this was probably my mom's when I was on the Yellow Jacket team. Because I think that's what that trophy in there says. But why am I going to give shit away to people that's not going to value that? And that's like even pictures or whatever, for instance, and stuff. And I guess I learned a little bit of this mentality also because my mom, dealing with my jewelry, whatever jewelry she bought me like 5 things that were real. It was a pink ice necklace, a ring, and then a sterling silver necklace, and then my class ring, and then like another necklace. And she did buy me 16 karat gold hoops when I was a kid, but my ears wouldn't heal up, so I couldn't have my ears pierced. But even at that's everything else that was ever bought jewelry-wise was fake as shit, But, so I bought this jewelry, and I used to lay it at in the floor beside my bed. So that way it'd always be there, and if I wanted to wear it, I'd just pick it up whenever I'd wake up in the morning and throw my jewelry back on. Because even if my room was a mess, let's say, with dirty clothes laying everywhere or whatever, this little area, like, say a 2-foot area by 2 foot in my room, the carpet, like, I always kept it clean right there, free of anything. And so I'd set my jewelry there, and my mom would find my jewelry and she'd take and hide it from me. And then I would think I'd lost it somehow, and then I would think somebody stole it. Then I would spend weeks tearing my room apart. Then she would ask me, after 2 weeks of me tearing my room apart, she'd be like, "Why'd you tear your room apart?" And I'd be like, "'Cause I was looking for my jewelry. I guess I might as well tell you I've lost it." And then she'd smile and laugh, and I'd be like, "What?" And she'd be like, "I put it in my room. It's in the jewelry box where it belongs, because it's jewelry and that's where it belongs. And where you were keeping it, I bet you didn't even know where it was." And I'd be like, "I knew exactly where it was. It was right beside my bed in the floor." And she'd always get mad at me and say, "Why is it there?" And I'd say, "Because that's just where I keep it. It's more convenient for me. I wake up in the morning and I think, today do I want to wear my jewelry?" And so I'd grab it up out of the floor and I'd put it on, And I mean, like, and she did that to me I don't know how many times, and she would always wait at least like 8 months or a year and a half in between doing it to me. So by the time she did it to me again, I've done developed trust that she's not going to be that cruel to me again, not make me tear my room apart. And it was usually after I kind of straightened my room up, my room was clean, make me tear my room apart after it's organized. But no, she would still do it and shit. Like, but why am I going to give something to somebody if they're not going to take care of it or care for it like I do? And then even at that, that's just like my daughter's baby clothes. They're not sitting here rotting in a container somewhere. I mean, yeah, they're in a container, but they're not rotting away. I've got them wrapped up. I've got them protected, and everything and stuff like that. And so, why shouldn't I keep them if I see that one day I might come to use them again? And then it's like, oh, I could give them away to somebody that sits there, and these people that I work with, they sit there and, oh, I need baby clothes. Oh, God, I don't have any baby clothes and stuff like that. And you hand them over something that they can tell, not because it's dirty, not because it's stained or anything, but just because it's not in style. They can tell that it's older. And instead of people appreciating older things, they're going to look at it and be like, oh, yeah, thanks. I really like that. And that is the majority of the society that I'm growing up in, and the people that are my age and come from my fucking generation. I'm the only person that's not going to be like that and be like, oh, thanks, to a degree. But then again, not, because I've always got hand-me-downs my whole life having an older sister. But I don't know. And so anytime, like, if I have the money and stuff and things, whenever people got babies coming, because like I said, I ain't got no friends that had any babies coming and stuff, but people I end up working with or whatever, if I got the money, I end up buying them stuff. But anyway, so if you watch this video, I know it's long, but if you do watch it and you do catch it, even if you don't watch it all the way through, but hopefully you'll just get the gist of it and answer the question, because I really want to know if other people do good giving stuff away, because I think it's just rich people that they spend money out of habit. They got all these credit cards, and so it's just like stuff that they wear once and they never wear again, And here I am wearing this shirt, that's been worn by my mom, probably by my sister, and now by me, and I've had it for 10 years, I guess. And obviously, if you can see, 94. So, I mean, but I'm not one of those people, but still seeing stuff like that, all that inspirational stuff where people sit there and they're like, give, and the more you give, the more you'll get, and you give what you don't use and you'll get what you need, and, mysterious things work out like that, and God works like that, and all this and everything. I do believe God works like that, but I also believe that there is an interference from the devil that keeps God from being able to work like that. And that interference is just overtaken with greed and power and selfishness. And people only caring about themselves and what they want and what they think they need and what they think they deserve and so on and so forth. But it's just been a bunch of shit. Like, I can't, and everything. I fucking can't. Oh. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So, like I said, write in the comments below. Let me know if giving things to people without making them pay, or even if you make them pay a 1/8 or 1/16 of what you paid for it, and you let it go for free, or, or whatever, material possessions, or even just giving help, That's like me with my damn neighbor that I had, that I helped them move shit in, I helped them move this hutch in that they bought, and then they still treated me like dirt afterwards. And they were done treating me like dirt, but I just, out of the kindness of trying to get along with these people and trying to let the woman, because the woman's just shot out. But anyways, but that was then, this is now. I don't have that neighbor anymore, thank God. Oh my God, thank God. But anyways, I helped them move it in, and I still got treated like shit. Like, you'd figure like it would have at least gave me a week of a break or a day or two of a break from the woman causing problems with me or whatever. But it didn't. She just kept on. She just kept on. And it's like, I didn't have to help you, and I did, and damn you, But let me know if helping people out has ever benefited you, other than supposedly, I guess that's the one thing you do get from it, is like the confidence in who you are and like what type of person you know that you are, even if nobody else believes, in you and everything. But let me know if it's ever paid off or worked out for you or whatever, and come back tenfold in a good way, and stuff like that, because boy, it hasn't for me. Sometimes I sit here and I'm like, man, we must have had a witch at the goddamn Salem trials or some shit that put a curse or a hex on our family or something. I don't know, like, 'cause shit just don't go right. But I don't know, but I'm going to end it here. Like I said, leave your comments below if you need somebody to talk to, or if you want to talk in messaging instead of here on the comments, and let me know what you think about, doing that and everything. Just hit me up on Facebook Messenger. But other than that, I'm going to let you go, and I'll catch you later. Take care. Bye.